What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about something simple. I got some time on my way to work, so we're going to talk about muscle building. All right. When it comes to muscle building, just like losing fat, there's not a big difference. It comes down to being consistent. If you're trying to lose weight and you're not consistent on your eating plan, on your training, you're out there cheating on your diet all the time, you're not going to lose weight. As well as gaining muscle. If you're eating 5-6 meals a day, whatever your plan states, and you're consistently only getting 4 meals, that's at least 1 meal a day, 7 meals a week, 7 times 52 weeks in a year, that's a lot of food we're missing. That's a lot of missed calories when it comes to building muscle. I see a lot of people fall into the habit of, and this is mainly competitors on this aspect, but they follow prep to a T, and then when it comes to off season, they eat 1-2 bodybuilding meals a day, clean meals, and then they eat a pizza. It really doesn't work. You're not getting sufficient calories in to help build that muscle, as well as when it comes down to training. If you're not training to your full potential, you're kind of screwing yourself in a way. You can't just train hard when you feel good. You have to train hard all the time. You have to go in with a plan. That's why it's great to have a coach. And I'm not saying hire me, hire any coach that you feel can really help you achieve your goals. With my clients, I like to give them training templates. I don't always receive, but I like to see training footage. If you have a cool lift, send me that shit. I want to see it. I can help critique your form. If you just think it's a cool lift for you, just because you may not be strong, if you can only bench press 135, but 135 for 10 is a max for you, that's awesome. I want to see that. If you have a cool pumped up picture that you think you look awesome, send me that shit. I want to see it. Get someone who can help hold you accountable to what you're doing, hold you accountable to your plan, to your eating, hold you accountable to your training, make sure you're progressing, training to your full potential. And if you follow those guidelines, if you get all of your meals, all 5-6 meals, whatever you're eating in the day, you're training your hardest every day, that adds up. It's like little building blocks, and eventually you're gonna build a skyscraper. You're gonna get there. It just takes time. There's no instant gratification when it comes to building muscle. It's a long, drawn out process, and sometimes can be very monotonous and boring, but just relish it, enjoy it, have fun when it comes to training. Don't think of it as a job. Try to cook better. If you like what you're eating, it makes it that much better. But we got to stick to our plans. If you don't stick to your plans, you're never going to progress. So, long story short, make sure you're getting your meals in. Make sure you're training properly. Send your coach some cool pictures. And I promise, you guys do all those things, you will build muscle. You will progress. And you will get better. All right? You guys have a crazy good day. Go out there and kill shit and rock it.